The Mandalorian and Grogu. I just got back from the movie theaters from seeing it. Is it a mind-blowing Star Wars movie? No. Is it like a really long episode of The Mandalorian with a really high budget? Yes. Should you rush out to go see this movie? Not really. Like I said, it's just an extended episode with a lot of action and a better budget. And it went on really long, a little too long. I was going to say, if you have kids, sure, maybe take your kids out. But if your kids are real little, they might have a hard time sitting through this movie because it was really long. They probably could have cut out 20 to 30 minutes of this movie. That's how long it went on. Let's talk about some aspects of the movie that I enjoyed. The action kind of made it worth it. The action was great. It's great seeing Mandalorian bust in a room and front kick somebody in the chest and then shoot another guy in the head. Not to spoil it, but he does that off. But it's also always awesome to see him using his different weapons, choking people, burning people, doing karate. That's his move. He loves that front kick, and it's awesome to see him kick the shit out of a guy. It was kind of worth the money. But do you have to rush out and see this because you think you're going to get your little nerd brain exploded from all the expansion of the Star Wars lore going forward, seeing as this is like the first Star Wars movie in 7 years? No, that's not going to happen. This is like seeing a very long episode of The Mandalorian with his little Groglet friend, his little gremlin. Was this movie better than the sequels? Yes. I hated those. Was it better than The Acolyte? Yes. Was it better than Kenobi? Yes. Was it better than Boba Fett? Yes. Was it better than... Did I say Acolyte already? Because, yeah. Was it better than Skeleton Crew? Yes. And I know what you're thinking. But those shows fucking suck. I mean, but yeah, they didn't suck. It wasn't as bad as those. Those shows were pretty rough. And this was better than all those. And it was better than... It wasn't better than Andor, I'll say that. But it was better than all that crap. So it was like kind of a step up. Just a little step up. Was it better than Mandalorian Season 3? Yes, absolutely. Was it better than Season 1 and 2? This feels like it could have been an extended episode from Season 1 and 2. I heard people complaining about some of the CGI looking unfinished. There weren't many moments in the movie where I felt that. But there were some moments where I felt like the creatures they looked a little weird. Like there was a scene. There was a lot of aliens on the screen at once. And they all looked like they were made of translucent jelly. And it was just they were kind of weird looking. It wasn't really bad CGI, but it was a strange choice in alien design, which was kind of like, taking me out of it. One thing I didn't like is that all the aliens have like regular Earthling voices. Like this alien's from New York. This alien sounds like he's from fucking Baltimore. This alien, speaks like he's from Texas. Like it didn't make me feel like, oh yeah, this is an alien. They're from another planet, man. Like why do they sound like they're from America? At least give them some kind of accent. That was kind of taking me out of it. Should you take your kids to see this? If you have kids between the ages of probably 5 and 11, sure, take them to see it. It's a good movie for kids. Probably a little too long for kids to sit there for however long this was. I know it was over 2 hours. I forget the exact number, but it was long. Because there were moments I'm sitting there like, all right, come on, man. There's like an extended Grogu scene or a little Grogu adventure that I'm sure the kids would love. And don't get me wrong, I like the little gremlin myself, but I was just like, come on, man. How long is this gonna go on for? I mean, I like the little guy, but can we move it on? And there were like little visual callbacks. I hate when current movies call back to older movies, like do callbacks just for the sake of doing a callback. And there was like this little, you'll see it and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it involves Groglet in the woods. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. On a scale of 1 to 10, listen, I'm going to be real. I give this movie a 6 out of 10. Should you rush out to go see it? You could probably wait for it to come out on streaming. But I'll say the action and actually getting to see a Star Wars movie for the first time in a long time did make it kind of worth it. But that's just me personally. If I had to give advice, I'd say, you could probably wait till this comes out on streaming. The action was awesome. Seeing Mando do like jujitsu to people and kung fu, going straight John Wick on motherfuckers. It was probably some of the best Mandalorian action that we've seen. There was probably more action in this movie from The Mandalorian than all of season 3 of The Mandalorian. The music was interesting. The guy that did the music was, Ludwig. He's the guy that did the music for Black Panther. I love the Black Panther soundtrack. Sometimes I listen to it while I'm at work. So this music was like the Mandalorian score tweaked a little bit, and they threw in like this new like synthesizer noise. Not really typical Star Wars music. It still fit. It still went with everything. And it was kind of cool to see like Mando doing what he's doing. And you got this like cool synthesizer music playing in the background. It did add to it. And then you like underneath the synthesizer music, you always get those little hits of doo-doo. The little Mandalorian flute or do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If you're a Star Wars fan looking to get your mind fucking blown with lore and all this shit, not gonna happen. This is just a side quest. This is a very long, expensive looking side quest adventure starring the Mandalorian and little Groglet. My final score, I'm gonna give this movie 6 out of 10.